My name is Lydia Finley, and I am a principal investigator and lab head in the cell biology program at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. I started taking biology classes in college, and I was at the time on the track team. We were learning about muscle biology, and I worked up the courage to go up to the professor after class and ask him why muscles got sore the day after a workout. He said, "That's a great question. We don't know, and you should come work in my lab." So that's actually how I got into being in a lab, and I ultimately ended up in graduate school hunting for more labs that studied metabolism. My lab is very interested in understanding how metabolites, the products of the nutrients that we eat, control the decisions that cells make. We're interested in this question both in normal stem cells and in cancer cells. We've found that depending on how the cell uses those nutrients, the cell can make different levels of metabolites that ultimately control the expression of genes that determine whether or not a cell will grow, divide, move, die, or become a cancer cell. By studying how these metabolic changes affect what we call cell fate decisions, we can understand more about how normal cell fate decisions are regulated, and also how these decisions go wrong in the context of cancer. We think that our expertise understanding how metabolites regulate gene expression, how metabolites control the fate of cells, is extremely relevant to pediatric cancer, and we wouldn't have had an opportunity to study this biology if it weren't for the Pershing Sohn Prize. A very unique feature of pediatric cancers is that they don't have the same genetic mutations that adult cancers do. So that raises a really important question. Without these canonical cancer-causing mutations, what is going wrong in these pediatric cells that is causing ultimately the formation of a cancer? Cancer is really, really smart at metabolism. It has different tumors find different ways to hijack normal regulation of metabolism and ensure that they can use nutrients to make all the building blocks that they need to grow. Cells have lots of different metabolic pathways. If you inhibit one pathway, the cell can take another. And cancer is very, very good at that, which is why we want to take a really unbiased view as to the metabolic pathways that are used to sustain pediatric tumor growth, to see if we can go in and exploit what happens when you induce a roadblock. Our hope is that we learn something new about these cancers and that we can use this knowledge ultimately to improve the treatment options for these children with cancer and their families.